US congressman warns Supreme Court judges over hemofiber case. Chris Smith, ranking member of the United States House Foreign Affairs Committee Subcommittee on Africa and co-chair of the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission, over the weekend cautioned the Nigerian Supreme Court ahead of today's review of the Apex Court controversial judgment on the Imo State governorship election. He said in a statement issued in Washington, D.C., nearly a year ago, both the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria and I sounded the warning that President Muhammadu Buhari's suspension and removal of the then Chief Justice and elevation of a handpicked successor threatened judicial independence and also undermined confidence that electoral disputes will be adjudicated fairly. Next week, the Supreme Court of Nigeria will reconsider a controversial ruling with respect to the gubernatorial election in Imo State. The eyes of the world are focused on whether the Supreme Court, upon reflection, will impartially adhere to Nigerian constitutional principles of federalism and the separation of power. If it rules with integrity, the Supreme Court can reassert its constitutional role as a fair wall against unbridled federal executive power and help preserve constitutionalism and democracy in Nigeria that is in danger of being undermined. The U.S.-Nigerian Law Group, in a statement on Sunday in Washington, D.C., welcomed Representative Smith's intervention. It said in a statement signed by its managing partner Emmanuel Ogebe, "We welcome the concern expressed by the veteran human rights and democracy icon and esteemed U.S. Congressman Chris Smith on the review of the bizarre Supreme Court judgment that turned simple mathematics upside down. Truth, logic, the judiciary, democracy, and now mathematics have been victims of ruinous misgovernance in Nigeria. The Buhari regime is so incompetent, they cannot properly coordinate their lives. Mr. Buhari is either math challenge, truth challenge, or both." In the U.S., he remarked during a speech that he could not be expected to treat those who voted him in with 97%, referring to the Muslim North, with those who only gave him 5%, referring to the Christian South. In Mr. Buhari's estimation, 97 plus 5% make up 100%. So guys, what is your own take about this? What is your own opinion about what the US congressman said? He actually said it all, but the issue is that can't Nigerian leaders take care of their issue by themselves? United States have their own problem. They are ready to settle this, to solve their own problem. But why is it that anything that happens in our country goes outside the country? And that is the problem we are facing right now. It shows that the Nigerian leaders are not competent enough, according to what the man says, according to what Chris Smith said. The Nigerian leaders are not competent enough, because if they are actually competent enough, they will be able to solve their matters. They will be able to solve their problem within themselves. I'm telling you the truth. And the thing is that I don't blame this US senator for his unwarranted interference in our internal affairs. I don't blame them. It is because our Nigerian system is not okay right now. And that is the reason why other countries could actually interfere into Nigerian system affairs right now. The only people that I can blame right now is the PDP tips, who are in the habit of running to the foreign power for every little internal issues. I see no reason why our Nigerian system cannot settle their problems, cannot settle their matters within themselves. Because it shows that we don't have a competent leader. That is just the meaning. How many times have we ever counted that Donald Trump bring their issue to Nigerian system for them to settle? How many times? And that is the problem we are facing in Nigeria right now. Our leaders are not competent enough. Even the followers are not competent enough. They are just doing the way they like. Look at the Imo election. Look at what happened. We all know that Uzodinma is not the best person in position to be is not the best person in position. We all know that. And here we are right now. Look at everything. Look at the way everything has turned into. People are crying. People the Imolites don't really like the present leader right now. But what will they do? Even if they shout from now till tomorrow, it is still the present leaders that are leading right now. And that is the thing. So I don't blame the US congressman coming into the affairs of Nigeria because the Nigerians themselves, they are not competent enough. Because come to think about this, who is US? Who is US congressman to come into Nigerian system and to come into the affairs? Because those people, they are not acting the way they are supposed to act as the leader of Nigerian of Nigeria as a country. That's the thing. And somebody said the so-called US congressman is a fool. Let him go and challenge Trump, who in face of wild corrupt practices and broken undue presidential protocols, had his way with his party men. This was against Pelosi's shout of truth. Let's learn to be steadfast, irrespective of our APC and PDP. I'm telling you, our leaders are not competent enough. They are corrupt ones. The only thing they know is just for them to embezzle money. It's just for them to spend money the way they want. And it's a shame on Nigerian system right now. It's a shame. It's a shame that they can't even settle any problem within themselves. Look at the case of Sowore. The issue has to go outside Nigeria before it was settled. United States they had to intervene into the affairs of Nigeria before this thing was settled. Because I believe that our leaders, they are just making the other countries to paint us black. They are giving them chances to paint us black. And that is just so unfair. It's just so unfair. So guys, what do you think? Do you think it's the right thing that the US congressman is actually interfering on Nigerian affairs right now on the matter of Hemolite people? So guys, kindly drop your comments at the comment section. For those who subscribe, want to say a big thank you. I will say God bless you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Bye.